In 2023, I did something that terrified me. I announced my dream to the world. Over the next few years, I'm setting out to become the first person that climbs the 7 summits. The highest mountain on each continent. From sea level, 0 meters, and back to sea level. Every single meter, up and down. For a whole year, I prepared for the first 2 mountains. After a nagging heel injury that I worked hard to rehabilitate, I received one final curveball with less than 3 weeks to go. I injured my back and then my neck. I never faced odds like this in my life, but with everything happening, I set off in an attempt to become the first person that climbs South America's highest mountain, from sea to sea. This is that story. Just arrived in Madrid. I have one connecting flight to Santiago. That flight, funny enough, is just a few minutes before the new year. Last flight of the year.
Adiós, gracias.
I arrived in Chile. Now I would have had to go and take a taxi and a bus to go to my final destination, but I got saved by my new friend, Monica.
Hello.
Gracias.
La única persona que va con en el avión, sit near you.
Sí, sí. Monica and her husband Alvaro went out of their way to drive me to the start point, the town of Concón by the Pacific Ocean. A year, more than a year of planning, and finally, we are here. But somehow, even with a year of planning, I still managed to pick the worst day to start. The 1st of January, when everything shut, including the campsite I planned to sleep at. That campground was closed, but it was to be expected, to be fair. The first day turned out longer than I planned, but it felt good to have one day done. I had a shower. I willed myself to do some stretching, because if I don't do it every day, I know the next day is gonna be horrendous. I did struggle today, not so much with the neck, but with tightness in my upper back. It's 7 a.m. now. Today I have to go into a city called La Calera, 31 kilometers away. Nothing felt right during the first few days. I was pretty much in constant pain. I was afraid my injuries would put a stop to the trip. But unlike the previous months, when I was wondering if I'll make it, now I could actually do something about it. My mantra became, every step is progress. It's very noisy on the main road. But I'm free.
Hola, joven.
Hola.
¿Le gustaría leer un tema basado en la Biblia o leer una cartita?
Perdón, mi inglés no es muy bien.
Tu inglés no, o sea, el español no está muy bueno.
Mi español no, mi inglés, perdón.
Yo me llamo Gina.
Sí,
Ella se llama Silvia.
sí,
¿Ya?
encantado.
Entonces nosotros somos testigos de Jehová.
I just came from the supermarket. I'm walking like a certain distance every single day and then I'm stopping to watch. But then I'm walking at least like 2-3 kilometers on top of that to try to sort shit out.
Oh yeah, classic.
Like it took me a while to cash out money because it didn't come with the English option until like I spent like a lot of time working it out and searching for like 3 different banks. I need you, Viv. This day started like any other. I planned to walk 36 kilometers past the town of Katemo and Wild Camp. But within 5 minutes of starting, I hit a problem. The GPS took me to a river crossing with no bridge. I backtracked and connected to a bridge further up, a detour that added 3 kilometers to my day. This also left me with a question. Were there other river crossings without a bridge? We are on a new road and we have 18 kilometers until Katemo. As the day progressed, the heat rose and the landscape changed. I was entering a beautiful mountainous area, but walking at the constant incline in the baking sun started to wear me down. Soon I started debating my plan. Should I continue to my camp spot for the night or stop short and sleep at the hostel in town? 32.5 kilometers later, we are entering Katemo. Having done an extra 3 kilometers already, I decided on the easy option, only to find the hostel closed. I'm not gonna lie, I am knackered, and I did not find the last 8 or so kilometers easy because of the heat. The reality was that my decision to cop out frustrated me. If I was going to succeed on this mission, I couldn't give up that easily. I found a little opening by the side of the road and I tried to be quiet because there are farmers and stuff, and as you can hear, their dogs lie further on. The tent should fit in there. There were 2 farmers that came with a lot of goats and both of them saw me. I don't think I'm on anyone's land. I'm just on the side of the main road towards someone's land. Bro, what happened to you, bro? That night I slept very little, concerned about the people around, but also about that question. Were there other river crossings without a bridge? At 5 a.m., I checked again my route for the day, only to find that I had to cross another river. Another misty start of a day. I had 10 kilometers to walk until I found out my fate. The anticipation was killing me. If there isn't a bridge, I'm gonna have to wade through water and I have no idea. I can assume this river is massive, but I have no idea if I can pass through there. And if I can't, then I'm truly, because I can't see another way than going and backtracking all the way for 2 days. So far, the beginning of the day, I felt quite tired and negative. But Viv told me today that they're taking the flight this evening to go to Mendoza, to Argentina. And that gave me life. Because I think in 3 days, I'm gonna see her. I'm on now the last road that leads to the river.
I think I'm just about 5 minutes away.
Seeing tire tracks gave me hope.
I can even see the traffic on the other side.
It meant cars were passing through here. I was wrong.
Ah, f***ing hell. Look at that. The road is just there.
After a few seconds of debating if I could wade through the water, I dropped the thought. I looked at the map and realized there was a private farm road going in my right direction. If I could just access it, it would lead me to San Felipe, a town en route to my destination. I walked towards the road, but quickly realized it was gated. The very thought that pushed me forward for the last days was now slipping away. The only thing I could think about was that the 3 days until I saw her now became 5. And with that one thought, I said fuck it. The gate had barbed wire, so I decided to jump the less protected fence next to it. My heart was pounding. I went across a farm to connect to the road I needed.
I am taking the longest detour through where I'm not supposed to be, which is really not ideal.
After a lot of effort and sneaking around, I eventually made it to the road.
I'm really not supposed to be where I am right now. I never saw someone make such an effort to barricade one road so hard.
Five minutes later, I got caught by security. Thankfully, Chris, the security guard who caught me, agreed to escort me to the other side of the farm, in the right direction.
I was trying to sneak through, and at some point I met my friend, the security guard, Chris. Chris. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. He's taking me out now.
However, after 10 minutes of walking, Chris suddenly made a 45-degree turn and started walking away from the farm exit, down a vineyard. This made me paranoid, because in no time we were out of anyone's sight. But then,
¿Eso es un puente? ¿Para Aconcagua río?
Vamos a abrir, acá está el río Aconcagua.
Holy shit!
I was speechless. He took me to a bridge only the farm had access to. One that crossed the river and got me to the exact road I was meant to be on. Chris was just one of the many amazing Chilean people I met along the way. That day turned out to be the longest yet. But it was exactly the type of adventure I signed up for.
Crazy to think that in 10 days time I might be higher than any of the points that I'm looking at, and it all looks pretty high right now.
Hoy pienso en qué pasó y cómo me afectó las horas que pasé.
There is no hard shoulder, but not only that, the trucks and vans and everything come so close.
No entiendo bien por qué mi abuelo distraído se bajó sin mí. Yo seguí.
Oh my god. I've been going up this steep hill now for at least 45 minutes. Progress with every single step. Progress, 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 progress. And it doesn't look like people have to pay unless you're with a vehicle. No necesito pagar para caminando para aquí. Muchas gracias. 29.9 kilometers in. Hola.
Pude ni llorar, llorar, llorar. Eres la niña perdida. El chico me preguntó. No había entendido que esa niña era yo, era yo, era yo. Después de 6 horas encontré donde bajar, crucé la calle, di con el lugar, se abrió la puerta y todo mi mundo me abrazó, me abrazó, me abrazó.
Looks like this one's a bit more tricky to pass.
After a full day of being in my own head, I reached a section of roadworks. A few of the workers approached me and said they had seen me walking for the last 3 days and cheered me on. This was the boost I needed, in time for the biggest ascent of the day.
Estaba sola frente al mar. Nunca me voy a olvidar.
Valparaiso, where I came from, 192 kilometers. Pwah.
Frente al mar. Acapulco era el lugar. Acapulco.
This is a ski resort place. Hopefully you can find the hotel open now and some water in here. The guy from the hotel helped me find the best, without any doubt, camping spot. The water at the hotel was extremely expensive. I paid the equivalent of 10 pounds? Yeah, for 1.5 liters of water. My god. Check out that spot and that view. I'm super happy because tomorrow I finally get to see Viv. And that's been one of the things that has been pushing me in the last days. I kept thinking like 3 more nights of going to sleep, 2 more nights of going to sleep, and this is the last night of going to sleep, and tomorrow I get to see her. My god. It was one wind gust and it absolutely tore some of the tent away. This is not good news for what's to come.
It's been a pretty cold night. The sleeping pad deflated at some point and I ended up on the rocks. Ready to go now. Ready to see Viv. Ready for a rest day.
It looks like we're getting closer to the border now. It's always interesting when you cross a country border on foot. The last time I done this was with Viv in Panama.
This was an unusual border crossing. The normal route was through a tunnel connecting Chile to Argentina, only accessible by car. The only way on foot was over a high mountain pass at 3,800 meters.
Over here are the switchbacks that go over that pass there on the left. That's the tunnel that leads into Argentina. I just did the first series of switchbacks all the way down from where you see the road. I believe that triangular thing might be the statue that sits at the top of the pass. God, these switchbacks are never ending. That's, I think, the third or the fourth batch. I feel like I'm struggling with the altitude, but also with the incline. And my body just like, my legs hurt, my neck hurts. And all I'm actually thinking is, how much of this is psychological? Because I know that if everything goes to plan today, there's a rest day tomorrow. What if I had to go again tomorrow? Probably would have been absolutely fine. I think I did from this morning around 900 meters of elevation in 5 hours. I ran out of food now. I'm nearly out of water. Snow is starting here, and up there is the statue of Christ the Redeemer, which sits at the border between Chile and Argentina. I'm seeing that statue. You know when you see something on photos, oh, that's not me in the face. Oh my god, we are getting there. What an insane view.
During the last couple of days, Viv and my parents-in-law were in Mendoza, sorting out permits and renting equipment. We'd agreed to meet in Las Cuevas, a town in Argentina close to the Chilean border.
I can't wait to see him. Where are you, Chris? I see that pumpkin. Where's my boy? I'm so happy to see you.
Viv and I are now looking at the sign that says Aconcagua. After 7 days, finally getting to the entrance of the national park.
We had a nice romantic walk along the side of the road.
Yeah, it was nice to share with Viv all of some of the ups and downs. That's the sign. Those are the parents, the support crew. I never ever experienced wind like this in my life before.
It felt like hurricane.
It's hurricane winds. It is bitterly cold. I didn't make the summit.
And that seems to be the thing that's stopping this trip now.